It's been a while. Let's catch up. The last video I uploaded was my cover of Megalovania for October, which was a month-long event in October where various ocarina ensembles all posted performances both on a solo and group level. Since then, I frankly haven't been making time for YouTube, and I really want to fix that. It's Momo. Hello there. Today, we're going to discuss a few personal updates that I've made, as well as some changes that I would like to implement to the channel moving forward. Let's get started. So the first and most noticeable update that I'd like to bring up is that I've made a ton of tech upgrades. For the last at least 5 years, I've been using like 8-year-old 1080p monitors. Like some of them are like probably a decade old. My cat's tail just went in front of the camera. I've been making aggressive changes. Now we are using two 4K 60 monitors, Asus ProArt. I bought the first one as a Cyber Monday deal, and the second one I was just like, I gotta get it matching monitors. I really like this monitor. So right there, you can see the waveforms. That is my new monitor, and I have the exact same one off frame right here where I'm reading my script. Yeah. Another thing that you might be able to see right here is that I've purchased an M1 Max MacBook Pro, 14 inches, 24 cores, 32 gigs of RAM. I configured my setup so that I can really easily switch between my Windows desktop back there, as well as my MacBook Pro right here. And my Windows desktop, I'm going to be using from now on primarily for gaming and streaming, while my MacBook Pro is going to be what I use for absolutely everything else. There are a few limitations to macOS, but it's nothing that's a deal breaker compared to Windows. And there's so many things about macOS that I'm just such a huge fan of now. This is my very first Apple computer. I've been an iPhone user. I have AirPods. I just got an iPad Pro recently, and I have an Apple Watch. And now I have the complete Apple ecosystem. So, to the Andy of 2012, who was like, Apple products are overpriced and bad. Eat your heart out. Hi, Momo. But yeah, I am really loving my new complete tech setup, and I have a few other tech upgrades that I can't necessarily explicitly discuss yet. But I have a bunch of other little things, like I have a better mount for my camera. I got a few more Gorilla Pods for various mounting solutions. Like I have my camera on a pole that I attach to my desk, and then I have a key light attached to a Gorilla Pod, which is then attached to that pole so that I have great lighting from my primary key light on my right side, and then I have a secondary light on my left side to add a little bit of extra flavor. And then I have a third key light behind me to add a blue accent to the back of my head / the side. It's so nice. I really like my lighting right now. I have completely revamped my desk setup. I am really happy about it, and I hope that I can get a lot more creative work done on it. I'll link some of the products that I've mentioned in the description. They'll all be affiliate links, so if you click on these links and shop for anything, it'll help support the channel, which is greatly appreciated. Update number 2. I started a photography Instagram. I'm challenging myself to publish a photo every single day to improve my skills for composition, photography, photo editing, and ultimately to build a habit of creating all the time, every day. My page is at Andy Cormier Photo on Instagram, and it'll be the first link in the description. I would really appreciate it if you hit follow right there. All right, one more thing. I have also been logging all my runs that I've been doing since after Thanksgiving on Twitter. There's a big old thread on my Twitter account. Every few days I add my latest run time. I want to hold myself accountable when it comes to fitness. Last year, during the summer, I lost a ton of weight as per my healthiest month of my life video from July 2020. And I was in really good shape at the end of last year, or Q3, Q4 of last year. I'm speaking marketing terms, in fall and winter of last year. I gained it all back due to holiday food and just kind of letting myself go and happy weight from being in a relationship. But I'm starting my New Year's resolution early, and I'm aiming to exercise at least 3 days a week. And I'm starting it with something simple of just going for a 1 mile run 3 days a week. And my goal has been to surpass 8 minutes or get under 8 minutes on a mile. And after 2.5 weeks, I already beat that goal. I got a 7:55 mile 2 days ago. Really happy about that. But if you want to hold me accountable, remember to follow me on Twitter and like my posts when I put my running times, because that really encourages me and I like the good brain chemicals. So follow me at Ocarina of Andy to show your support and help me achieve my fitness goals. That's it for updates to my life, tech, etc. Now let's go over some changes I have planned for this channel. First, the subject matter of my channel will be changing a bit. The foundation of my channel is Ocarina related content, whether that's like short clips of me playing songs or vlogs discussing how to buy ocarinas or instruction about ocarinas, things like that. I love ocarinas and they're one of the most important things to me and my creative endeavors, but they're not the only thing I want to talk about. There are a lot of things in my life that are equally, if not more important to me than ocarinas, and I really want to share those things as well. So don't worry, your ocarina content is not going away. It just might be reduced a little bit in proportion to other stuff that I want to make and talk about. For example, I've been reading a lot of nonfiction books, like doing a crash course on myself to build better habits, be more productive, learn new skills, things like that. And it's sort of a primer for a lot of the projects that I want to do for 2022. I want to talk about that. I don't want to spend time reading and then not make content about it. That's not the YouTuber's way. I want to make videos. I want to write blog posts about that type of stuff and so much other things that I'm still discovering the identity of this channel. And while ocarinas are absolutely 100% always going to be part of this channel's identity, it's one dimension of a multi-dimensional thing, if that makes sense. I want to talk more about tech. Seeing as I own a ton of tech, as per my tech update in this video, I work for a tech company and I'm just really interested in technology and things like that. And that's another thing I want to talk about. And another thing I want to talk about is, since I do social media, influencer relations, community management, stuff like that for the company I work for, I want to talk about that type of thing as well. Like, for example, from a recruiter's perspective of like how a creator could go about being an ideal candidate for brand partnerships and things like that. Because for the company I work for, I am the main person who makes those decisions. And while any experience that I have with that will not be cookie cutter or apply to every scenario, it's stuff I want to talk about. It's experience I have. It's important to my life. And to reference Austin Kleon's Show Your Work, it's important to like teach what you know as you're doing it or as you're learning it. And inspiration will come every day if I'm talking about the things that I'm spending my time doing every day. I'll have so much more content to talk about and so much more ease in making it. And I want to make it easy for myself, because my biggest issue is that even though I like making content, I like making YouTube videos, and it's something that I never regret doing because it takes any effort. If I'm like done with my workday, I've already worked 8 hours, I'm like, man, I don't want to do anything. I just want to like play Halo Infinite with the boys, you know? Shout out to the boys. You know who you are. I've always known that I love to create content and share my thoughts and knowledge and experience with people. And if I can make it easier for myself to do that, I'll be able to actually enjoy it more and feel so much more fulfilled in my own life. To bring it all together, from all these previous threads of discussion about changes, I have a lot of ideas, and as much as I love ocarinas, they are simply not the only thing I want to talk about. I have a lot of self-discovery to do regarding the final identity of this channel, but there never will be a final identity. It'll keep evolving and growing. But no matter what happens with the story of this channel or the fate of this channel, ocarinas will always be an essential element of it. For example, ocarinas might end up being like what I post regularly for like reels on Instagram or TikToks or YouTube shorts. Vlogs could be where I put my other ideas, like my stuff about tech or books or marketing, stuff like that. But again, it's self-discovery. I need to make content. I need to see what works for me. I need to see what works for you, and we'll find something out together. I really love making content, and I love sharing it with you all. And the biggest thing for me is that I need to take steps to protect the time that I would be spending making content so that I can continue to do so on a consistent basis. If you've made it this far in the video, remember to leave a like, smash that like button, break your keyboard, buy a new computer. I bought a new computer, but not because I smashed my keyboard. But yeah, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you think about the future of the channel. If you have any suggestions for how I could make my life more smooth when it comes to making content. I'm really excited to get back in the saddle when it comes to making content, and I really hope you'll join me along the way. Thanks for watching. See you next time.